Hey, Freedom Boat Club crew, what's going on? Hey, it's just want to get back in touch with you a little bit, talk to you more about what's going on. We've got season's pretty much over. Yeah, as you can feel outside, it's cold out there. Boating is going to really start slowing down. I just want y'all to know, though, with it being cold, we are going to get a little bit of time off, a little bit of relief, kind of relax a little bit, and get over from all this hard work we put on this summer. I want to thank you. I know Chris and Paul and Karen want to thank you for all your hard work that you put in this summer. We appreciate y'all sticking around and working with us continuously. You know, I look at this crew as what we've got right now is kind of our core crew going into next year. I'm really excited about what we're going to be able to do and what we're going to accomplish next year. And for us to be successful next year, we need to continue this off season in preparing and getting ready for that next season, and getting ready for having new boats on the water and having new crew members, and just having a lot of new stuff coming in when the spring gets here, and everybody's ready to get back on the water. By no means are we going to slow down. I worked last winter. We never really ever slowed down. We always kept, people were still going out even when it was freezing outside. So don't think that just because it's cold outside that our members are not going to go out. We're still going to go out. We're just going to slow down a little bit where you're not going to be having so many people. And with that, you know, down the south end, Merle's Inlet is probably going to go to one person working both sides on days. You know, a couple are here and a couple there. But we still need to continue to have great quality service down there, making sure members have got what they need, they're coming in, they're safe, and all those good things. At Harbor Gate, we're probably still going to be doing opening and closing. We're just going to have more people at Harbor Gate. It seems like everybody still wants to go out North Myrtle Beach. Down at Southport, Dave's got it going on down there. So, guys, you know, we got a lot of things coming around. I know that we had a meeting the other day, and one thing that we talked about, and actually Yvette mentioned, is that, you know, maybe we need to start as a crew having a meeting, and I think that's a great idea. And I think we maybe sometime this month we all get together, we sit down and we talk about what's going on at the marinas, what's going on with us and what we're doing as far as training and members and issues with boats, and kind of sit down and kind of engage with each other and get you know, a lot of different opinions of what's going on, and kind of see how people are doing things different, and what's being successful. So we're going to try to do that sometime this month, maybe later in the month. I'm going with down to Florida for the annual conference they have, and hopefully be able to get some good information from some of the operations people down there. We can bring some of that information back to you, and we'll just get together and sit down and talk about that kind of stuff. New hours for the gas locations. We've got, I think Waka Wachi's got some new hours in. I think Crazy Sisters has got new hours. I talked to Roddy yesterday at Harbor Gate. He's saying that he's going to be closing, you know, on Sundays. So we really need to be proactive about this. Make sure that members are not making reservations and coming down here and we don't have gas in the boat and don't have the boats ready for them, because that's something that we've always done and we've been very consistent with, is having boats ready and prepared. So we need to continue with that. So we just need to be proactive on that situation. And I will get with Karen and Chris and Dylan. We'll figure out what the best thing is and what we need to do for, you know, when boats don't have gas or there's no way to get gas. They're probably going to block them for the next day. Kind of what we do when we have some, you know, a late return. You know, is we block the boat for the next day. Let's see, calling members. Guys, with it being cold, people are not going to show up on time like they have during the season. They're going, you know, if they got down 9 o'clock and they're not there by 9:15, I need you to call them. I need you to call them and say, hey, and say, hey guys, are y'all planning on coming down? You know, usually in the summertime we're so busy, you don't have to call because there's always something going on. But you know, we don't need to sit around and wait for people all day that are not going to show up. So at 9 o'clock, if they don't show up at 9:15, I need you to call them. And if you don't get a message, you leave a message. Let them know in that message, hey, this is Wilson Rankin from Freedom Boat Club. I was calling you to let you know you had a reservation at 9 o'clock. You're not here. If I don't hear anything back from you within the next hour, which will be 10:15, I'm going to go ahead and cancel that reservation. Give them an hour to reply back to you, but don't, we're not going to sit there all day and wait on them, if they're not going to communicate with us. So, make sure that we're calling after 15 minutes of this reservation. If it's not there, we're on the phone. We're trying to figure out what's going on with it. If they say, hey, we're not going to be there right now, we got some stuff going on, it's going to be around 11, then you can be able to go take care of other stuff that you need to take care of, and not sitting around waiting on somebody that's not just going to show up when they want to. So we've got to work on working with our members and training our members to understand what our expectations are on the dock. And that goes into not just people showing up on time for their reservation, but it also goes in the check-in and the check-out. When we do our check-ins, members are all in. They're there. They're going through. Okay, this is here. This is here. This is here. But when we come back with that check-out, members are all out. You know what I mean? They're out of the boat. They're gone. We're having to say, one second. We need to work on this all season, getting ready for the upcoming season. Is setting the tone on the dock when it comes to check-ins and check-outs. Check-outs are more important for us at the club, because we're if we don't catch something with that member right on there, it's impossible, not impossible, but it's tough for us to actually get them to confess to messing something up. But if we're checking out boats or checking back in boats the way we're checking out boats, and we stop and say, okay, can I just have the member here for it? It doesn't take long, man. Y'all know, guys, it doesn't take long to check these things out. You go through everything on the checkout list. You're gonna have to do it anyway. I know there's situations where you got boats here and boats there and all that kind of stuff. But just ask the member, hey, hold up for just 1 minute. Let me catch this boat, get them safely to the dock. I'll come back. I'm going to check you back in real quick, and then you can get on your way. If we can go ahead and start setting that tone, we're missing props. I mean, we're missing them. I can't say anything about it. There's props that have been up that nobody knows what happened to them. We've got to catch that kind of stuff. That's it's $300, $400 expense to the business that we're working for when it's our job. That's what we're getting paid. That's what that we're getting paid to do down there. So we've got to meet those expectations and make sure that we're catching those things. But that's some of the stuff we're going to work on the off season. We're going to talk about it. So when springtime comes up, we want to start doing it right now. I don't want to wait till spring. But I also know that stuff doesn't happen just because we talk about it. It's something that is a culture thing. We've got to start growing. And with this core group of guys and girls that we've got working with us, we want to make sure that we're setting the tone and we're teaching and showing the right things. So guys, just want to thank you for everything you've done, and looking forward to an off season where we're going to learn some great stuff and get ready for next year. All right. So thank you. Have a good one.